Kira itu telah kepada hati yang tidak buta. Good evening, everyone. I think it's time we begin tonight's agenda. But before that, I need to call upon my friend. Good evening, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Welcome to episode 3 of Kisah Seram, exclusive live IG Hauntu Malaysia. My name is Shasha. I'll be your host for tonight. Oops. Were you expecting our handsome host from last week? No. After last week's live, he said he suffered from nightmares. He said that whenever he sleeps, he felt another presence with him. Rasa macam ditindih. Harap tiada yang begitu ya malam ni. Telah saya minta anak-anak saya terlebih dahulu untuk tidak mengganggu Chang, Ponti, main baik-baik ya. Untuk kalian yang baru di sini, selamat datang. Malam ini kita akan dihiburkan dengan 3 kisah-kisah seram submitted by our loyal viewers and our staff. There'll be 3 stories tonight. I'll share with you. I'll read and see if you're so brave afterwards. I hope the spirits won't be messing with me as I deliver the stories. Rumor has it they don't like it when we talk about them. That whenever we talk about them, they'll be very, very close to us. Now, without further ado, this is the first story submitted by a good friend of us, a staff in Breakout. Her name is Jen. So, her story is about the 5th floor. So this happened when I was studying in Taiwan. During every junior's freshman year, there's always gonna be seniors who tell us chilling paranormal stories. And I am no exception because it is always fun to hear. And one would usually think that it's nothing. But not for me. Apparently. I was a performing arts student. And my classes were usually held in this specific building where each level corresponds to each department. One level being the performing arts department, and it is located on the 9th floor. So my seniors had told us about a suicide case which took part on the 5th floor, where a girl apparently hung herself due to depression and family problems. What a good way to go, right? After that case, many people actually had some paranormal experiences, which we were also told by our seniors. Obviously, as a naive and bold person, I didn't think much about it. But of course, I didn't dismiss that fact, as well as I don't want to disrespect anyone. But one night after my usual evening dance practice, I was ready to go back to my dorm. And as I was descending from the 9th floor, elevator stopped on the 5th floor. Side note, I was alone with no one else. And the building usually closes at 9 sharp. So I was on the 5th floor thinking that someone wants to enter, and waited. But as the door opened, not only was there no one waiting, but the hallway were all pitch black, dark. At first, I didn't think much about it, because I thought someone must have pressed wrongly. But then again, the exit for the staircase was locked, and there's no way out unless we took the elevator. And as I about to press the close button, I felt an unusual chill down my spine and heard a vague crying sound. And what's worse is that the door didn't close for a good minute. Thankfully, the door closes again, and I was praying during my whole journey back to my dorm. That's the rest of the story. Interesting, wasn't it? There's something significant about elevators. My children like to play in the elevator too. If you've been to Hauntu, you'll know. Well, that's a story from Jen. Thank you, Jen, for submitting. I had a chance to talk to Jen about this. And when I asked how did she felt, what was on her mind, at that moment she said she was blank. She can't think much. Imagine what you would experience alone in an elevator. Let's move on, shall we? To the next story. So the next story is submitted also by a dear friend, also a staff. This is a story that everyone can relate to, as the main character, someone we all familiar. This is a story from Daniel. The Mona Fendi Radio. This was in 2014. It was my first night after my last SPM paper. My friends and I were hanging out late, celebrating the freedom we had after finishing SPM. It was just a normal night. Shisha, recalling the absurd question of our SPM papers, until one of my friends, Sheikh, suggested that we do something we've never done before. Ghost hunting. Me and my other two friends, Shafiq and Faiz, almost chickened out, but after being convinced by Sheikh, we all just went along with it. Sheikh claimed that he knew there was a house belonged to Mona Fendi in Datuk Kramat. Sheikh used to live in a condo near this Mona Fendi house. Now Shafiq just got a brand new My V, so he was driving. Faiz sat in front while Sheikh and I sit in the back seat of the car. When we got to the alleged Mona Fendi's house, a zinc barrier was already put up. The kind where you see a construction site. So it seemed like the house was already ready to be demolished or reconstructed. So we left feeling disappointed. I mean, we were scared as shit, but we were hoping to see something. At least just to experience. So we drove away, heading to Faiz's home to drop him. It's 3 a.m. now. Now here is when things got creepy. When we stopped at traffic light in front of Jelati LRT station, the car radio suddenly turned off. I shouted, "Tak payahlah tutup, lagu tu tengah sedap kan?" But everyone stayed quiet, because no one touched the radio. Now how would a brand new My V has a problem with the radio? At this moment, no one actually said a thing until the traffic light turned green. Next thing we know, the radio turned itself back on to a frequency I've never seen before, and played a Mona Fendi song, a song called Pura Pura. I recognized the song through the melody and rhythm because back then I searched her songs on YouTube for fun after discovering who she was. But this time around, the song sounded really, really creepy. The voice was distorted and accompanied by traditional Malay instrument. It was played for a good 20 to 30 seconds. Everyone just stared at the radio, speechless. And Shafiq now is driving really slowly, ready to stop the car if anything happens. I jumped from the back seat to turn the radio off myself. Now things got quiet again. We dropped him home, Faiz, and we didn't say much. Everyone was pretty much shaken by the incident. And we drove off, leaving the radio silent. Now Sheikh is the only one in the passenger seat. I kept looking in the radio to make sure no one touched it. Or better yet, to make sure it doesn't turn on by itself. But the moment we reached the same traffic light, the same spot in front of LRT Jelati, the radio turned on by itself again, playing the same song again. We screamed and turned off the radio, and Shafiq hit the gas. Needless to say, the three of us slept at Shafiq's place at night because it was just crazy. Next morning, Shafiq checked the radio. It was fine. There was no problem with it. They didn't know what song it was until we spoke about it 2 weeks later. And I told them, it's a Mona Fendi song called Pura Pura. And we listened it together on YouTube. And they remembered it was this song, but distorted and different instrumental. It felt surreal. That's Daniel's story. I think she somewhat knew that they were looking for her. Maybe try to communicate. They were looking for her. I guess she found them first. Have you ever had an encounter like this? Have you ever tried to communicate with the unseen? Are you trying to contact them now as we speak? Anyway, let's proceed to our next story. Next story is from our very own loyal submitter, loyal viewer. So she submitted her story. Her name is Nisa Broccoli. Her story entitled Tingkat Berhantu. Pada bulan Februari, saya praktikal di sebuah bangunan di Petaling Jaya. Namanya dirahsiakan. Saya ke blok A tempat saya praktikal, berada di tingkat atas sekali, lantai 25. Jadi saya pun tunggu lift sebentar. Kemudian saya masuk. Saya tekan lantai 25. Orang-orang sekeliling memandang aneh. Saya diam. Pada fikiran saya pada waktu itu, saya hanya mau menghabiskan pengajian saya. Itu saja. Dan saat menunggu sampai ke tingkat 25, saya sudah merasa tidak sedap hati. Bulu roma jadi merinding. Saya diam lagi. Saya bacakan Al-Fatihah. Saya berkata di dalam hati, ya Allah, aku hanya mau menghabiskan pengajianku dalam beberapa bulan ini. Sampai di lantai 25. Saya melangkah menuju ke pejabat. Pejabat yang sudah sering saya lalu. Lantai yang sudah saya arif. Tetapi saya merasakan saya jalan di tempat yang banyak dinding dan laluan yang berliku-liku. Ini lantai yang sama yang sering saya lalu, ke pejabat yang sama yang sering saya pergi. Saya sesat. Saya pusing tempat itu berkali-kali. Mencari lagi dan mencari lagi pejabat tempat saya praktikal. Dan tiba-tiba sewaktu saya berjalan, saya terbau kemenyan yang sangat kuat. Lantaran saya selawat, bau berkenaan semakin kuat. Saya mengundur Tiba-tiba ada sosok hitam yang berbau busuk, matanya merah. Lalu saya menoleh kembali ke hadapan, membaca ayatul kursi, dan berjalan. Perlahan, tanpa berpikir panjang, saya berlari. Langsung ketika saya berlari, saya terserempak dengan majikan saya. Usai masuk ke pejabat beliau, saya ceritakan perkara ini. Kata beliau, di hadapan saya ialah sebuah pejabat yang di belakangnya ada seorang India mati bunuh diri. Aneh sekali ya. Satu lagi cerita mengenai elevator. Ada sesiapa yang rumahnya perlu menaiki elevator? Tingkat 5? Tingkat 25? Mari saya ceritakan pengalaman saya sendiri. To any one of you who have played Hauntu before, episode 2, you must have seen Anis. This happened when I am Anis. You know, as Anis, we asked you to play hide and seek with us. Dan ketika kalian masuk ke dalam hiding cabinet mencari Anis di dalam, kalian mesti perasan bahawa lorong berkenaan terbahagi dua. Bawah di mana kalian berjalan, dan atasnya ada laluan. Ada lantai, jika anda boleh panjat, pasti boleh masuk ke situ. Seringkali saya dengar, "Hey, I saw Anis up there. Anis, come down. Anis, what are you doing up there? Everyone, we have to climb. Anis up there." And customers even asked our front desk, a receptionist, about Anis being on top of the cabinet when I was not even there. I was waiting outside before I call you, outside of the tunnel. So customers, what did you see actually? Everyone, the forces is too strong now. The spirits are talking. Apparently they don't like us talking about them. And my children can't seem to hold them anymore. I need to get to my children now. So I have to leave. Now everyone, is there any one of you who can't sleep tonight? Don't worry, if you can't sleep, I'll send my children to you. To all of you, don't forget to drop by our Instagram and go to our website, first timers, returning customers, those who didn't get ending you wanted. Come and play. We have exclusive deal for you. You can save very, very much. Bring your friends, bring your loved ones. Go to our website, purchase our deal, and support the GM movement. Stay tuned for next week session. And if you're afraid, my children are there. Chong, Ponti, teman tidur teman kawan-kawan.